Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'd like to welcome you to the first issue of Bulletin 1000 Video Magazine, which we're bringing to you from the Video Cafe here in the heart of London's West End. Over the coming months, we will be bringing you details and indeed showing you advertisements featuring highlights of some of the best software from the leading software houses. In addition, we'll be running competitions which could get your face here on this very screen and win you some great prizes such as software, monitors, computers, joysticks and lots more, including the chance to be a video disc jockey for the evening here at London's Video Cafe, but more of that later. We would like to point out that this video has been put together for you, to keep you in touch with what's happening in the computer games world. By using this video, you'll be able to see the highlights of games before you make your final decision on which one you're going to buy. Therefore, it's your views and opinions we need to know about in order for us to keep each monthly video informative and useful to you. So, write to us and let us know what you think. Any suggestions for improvements will be treated with the contempt they deserve. So, get your pens handy and, of course, your paper, and get ready to note down our address, which we'll be showing in a couple of minutes' time. For those of you that read computer and video games, look out for our ad in this month's issue, and you could be on the way to winning a £25 software voucher that you could be spending in this very shop. But enough of all that, let's look at some of the things coming up in this month's video. We'll be featuring software on the following computers: Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad, BBC, Electron, Atari and the MSX machines. The following companies will be showing some of their latest games: Soft, Bojolly, The Edge, Firebird, Leisure Genius, Mirrorsoft and Virgin Games. Now for the first of our highlighted software, after which we'll be back with the first of our competitions.
Fancy yourself as a fighter pilot? Got a BBC or Electron? Well, look no further. The ultimate experience awaits you at the controls of Mirrorsoft's Strike Force Harrier. Pick your skill level. Check the instruments and weapons at your command. Here we go. Let's see what this baby can do. But watch out for the enemy on the ground. And in the air. Sidewinders to the rescue. Fuel and weapons running low. Better find a safe ground site. Get those tanks out the way. Let's try cannon first. Down we go to refuel and rearm. Strike Force Harrier. On tape for BBC and Electron, £9.95. On disc for the BBC, £12.95.
Virgin brings you Rabbit software. Brand new games at a brand new price. Much better than budget, these games will only cost $3.99. This is Zyto for the Commodore 64. Be ready for fast-scrolling action in your combined rocket and truck. There's equipment to find and codes to break as you penetrate the 6 levels of this volcanic planet. Get into 5th gear on your BBC Model B for high-rise horror, or you might miss the ghoulish enemies that are out to get you. There's no time to catch your breath as you pump up the balloons that will eradicate Dracula and his friends from this block of flats.
Welcome back, and now to our first competition, Name That Game. Each month, we'll be featuring screenshots from some well-known and not so well-known games across the leading micros, and we'll be giving away software to the winners. To enter the Name That Game competition, simply identify as many as possible of the games shown on your machine and send your entries to the following address. Name That Game, Bulletin 1000 Video, 182, Camden Hill Road, London, W8, 7AS. If you didn't get that address down, don't worry, we'll be featuring it throughout the whole of the video. All the correct entries received by the 25th of November will be placed into a draw, and the first 100 names drawn for each computer will be a winner. Now, get ready, you Commodore 64 owners. Here come your 3 games to name, and your chance to win one of the following: Rescue on Fractalus, Raid on Bungling Bay, Elite in English or German, or Spy vs. Spy 2. Are you ready? Here comes the screenshot for the first game to name. Game 2. And finally, Game 3. Easy, wasn't it? Now, remember to send your answers here to us at Bulletin 1000. And don't forget to give us your name, address, type of computer, and order of preference of these wonder prizes: Activision's Rescue on Fractalus, Ariola's Raid on Bungling Bay, Firebird's Elite, and Beyond's Spy vs. Spy 2. News from Activision. Mind Shadow will be released on Commodore cassette on the 28th of October. Versions will also be available for the Spectrum and the Amstrad in mid-November. The Commodore version is priced at $9.99. Mind Shadow is described by Activision as a living computer novel that combines sharp graphics with a compelling adventure. You awake on a deserted beach with no memory and an uncertain future. The object of the game is to uncover the truth about your missing past. Also from Activision is Hacker, which should be available now on the Commodore 64, priced at $9.99. Versions will also be available for the Spectrum, Amstrad, and Atari 800. Hacker is described as a challenging simulation of what a computer user might experience if, in real life, he were to stumble into an unfamiliar computer system. A riveting mystery with surprising twists and turns throughout the multifaceted adventure, containing sharp, colourful graphics and creative animation. More software news later. Now, a commercial break. Ariola Soft proudly present Scarabaeus, our first British release and one which maintains the high performance levels of our 2 recent hits, Skyfox and Karateka. Scarabaeus is a totally unique search and find action strategy program in full 3D. The graphics are beautifully presented and the accompanying music and sound effects are sinister and haunting. Scarabaeus is the emerald of the pharaoh which is buried with him at the bottom of a 3-level pyramid. Your object is to reach the pharaoh's coffin and retrieve the emerald by deciphering hieroglyphic codes and avoiding ghosts and zombies. Scarabaeus, a challenging and frustrating 3D action strategy program. Available here for your Commodore 64, on disc or cassette.
Virgin Games brings Christmas into the computer age with the first computer Christmas card. For only $2.99, the computer Christmas card features cartoon graphics, a seasonal medley, and a free game. You're watching this on the Commodore 64, and it's also available for the Spectrum 48K.
Got a computer? Then get Computer Hits. The best of computer games. 10 great games for only $9.95. 6 great games for only $6.95. Hours of fun and entertainment. Get Computer Hits now. News from Firebird. Around now, Firebird are releasing their Super Silver range, all selling at £3.50. So look out for a whole range of titles, including Booty and Thunderbirds. The Super Silver range will be available for the Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad, Atari, BBC and Electron. Remember that Firebird's standard silver range has been reduced to $1.99. In late November, Firebird will be launching The Gang of Four, priced at $7.95. Rasputin, Runestone, featuring the highly advanced 3D graphics system HibFlix 1, Costa Capers and Jerry the Germ goes body popping. These will all be available on the Spectrum, Commodore 64 and Amstrad. Amstrad owners will be pleased to hear that Elite is due out on your computer in late November, priced at $14.95 on cassette and $17.95 on disc. In coming issues, we'll be giving you, the consumer, the opportunity to get things off your chest, let off a bit of steam, as it were, and say anything else that's legal and decent about the computer games industry. If you feel you've had a raw deal about any hardware or software that you've purchased, write in and let us know about it. In fact, we'd also like to hear about any funny stories you have over your hardware and software. So, really, what we're saying is absolutely anything that you believe will be of interest to other viewers, write in and let us know. And do let us know what kind of machine it is, because any letters that are published, we'll be giving some complimentary software. Speaker's Corner, Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London, W87AS. Coming from Leisure Genius, Scalelectric. The famous racing game where you construct your own track. Or use one of the famous race circuits. Then race against a friend or the computer. Coming in November. Virgin brings you Rabbit software. Brand new games at a brand new price. Much better than budget, these games will only cost $3.99. Take a look at Dariath for the Commodore 64. A large scrolling labyrinth unfolds in front of you as you unravel the mysteries of this magical land. Spells, potions, and mystical creatures confront you in your quest for wisdom and immortality. This is Great Fire of London for the Spectrum 48K. With this game, you can even design a city of your own with a designer utility included. You'll need to plan your firefighting strategically, as well as acting quickly, to save your city. News from US Gold. On the 25th of October, US Gold launched the seasonal alternative to their highly acclaimed summer games. Yes, you've guessed it, winter games. Set against a backdrop of mountains and snow, Winter Games features 6 action-packed events: bobsled, ski jump, figure skating, freestyle skating, hot dog aerials, and the biathlon, as well as opening, closing, and award ceremonies, complete with national anthems. Available for the Commodore 64 at $9.95 on cassette and $14.95 on disc. Also new from US Gold is Fight Night, an animated boxing simulation. This game is claimed to take the graphical capabilities of the Commodore 64 to its utmost limits. Priced at $9.95 for cassette and $14.95 on disc, available in early November. And you Spectrum owners will be pleased to hear that Impossible Mission is due to be launched on the 11th of October. And Amstrad owners, you'll have to wait until the 8th of November. And now you Spectrum owners, your chance to play Name That Game, and your chance to win one of the following: Daley Thompson's Decathlon, Gyron, Dynamite Dan, or Sorderin Shadow. Remember, all you have to do is identify the following well-known games. Here comes Game 1. Game 2. And finally, Game 3. Send your answers to us at Name That Game, October, Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London, W8 7AS. Don't forget, give us your name, address, type of computer you've got, and order of preference of these prizes: Ocean's Daily Thompson's Decathlon, Firebird's Gyron, Mirasoft's Dynamite Dan, or Beyond's Solderin Shadow. Firebird announces a product explosion. Stand still and enjoy 120 seconds of software fantasy. From the Super Silver range, Willow Pattern, a graphically superb arcade game which will keep you gripped for hours. See Chang running through the maze defeating samurai warriors in search of his lover, Ku Shi. .3D isometric graphics and brilliant music take you to the weird world of Chimera. Your job is to locate 4 nuclear devices aboard a Galaxy cruiser, arm them, and make your escape. This is the long-awaited Spectrum version of Elite, the all-time classic space trading game. The Commodore version was called the Game of a Lifetime by Zap64 magazine. Are you Spectrum owners ready for the game of your lifetime? Got a computer? Then get Computer Hits. The best of computer games. 10 great games for only $9.95. 6 great games for only $6.95. Hours of fun and entertainment. Get Computer Hits now. We asked one of the guys from the Virgin Game Store what he considered to be his all-time classics. Let's have a look at them. Commodore 64, Valhalla from Legend, Jet Set Willy, Software Projects, International Soccer from Commodore, Summer Games from Epix, Solo Flight, US Gold, Exploding Fist, Melbourne House, Spectrum, Jetpack from Ultimate, Daily Thompson's Decathlon from Ocean, Lords of Midnight, Beyond, Manic Miner, Software Projects, Ghostbusters, Activision, Football Manager from Addictive, Amstrad, Carrier Attack, Amsoft, Codename Matt, Micromega, Sorcery from Virgin, Alien 8 from Ultimate, Starion from Melbourne House, Rocky Horror Show from CRL, BBC, Hunchback from Ocean, Elite from Firebird, The Hobbit from Melbourne House, Electron, Blagger from Alligator, Elite from Firebird, and Sim from Viper. Atari, Bruce Lee, US Gold, Pole Position, US Gold, Zaxxon,
US Golf.
Bet you didn't agree with all of those. Well, if not, write to us and let us know, and give us details of your all-time classics. Now, there may be some free software in it for you, especially if we feature your classics on future videos. Classic games. Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London W8 7AS. News from Ariolasoft. Racing Destruction Set, the new and exciting split-screen computer slot car racing for 1 or 2 players, will be out on the 28th of October as a twin-pack cassette for the Commodore 64, priced at $12.95. Also due for release at the same time is Pinball Construction Set on Commodore cassette, priced at $11.95. This product gives you complete control over the game of pinball. You can quickly and easily move parts around, change the scores and the sounds for all the targets, as well as many other features. Due for release in late November is Think, a unique computer game played on a 6x6 grid, which is easy to learn but difficult to master. Think will be available on the Commodore 64, Atari and Amstrad, all at $8.95, and on the Spectrum at $7.95.
The Edge, Britain's greatest game creators, present Wizardry. Wizardry is pure magic, said Zap64 magazine, and you can see why. A game where dispatching a Minotaur is just a beginning, where ghouls will chase you, and there's danger at every turn. You'll need every ounce of your spellcasting skills to solve the several hundred rooms full of puzzles. And just when you think you're there, watch out! Wizardry for the Commodore 64 from The Edge comes with a superb colour booklet and costs just $9.95 on tape or $12.95 on disc. Experience the game every computer magazine is raving about.
Battleits is Jeff Minter's hairiest game yet. It's an all-action, fast-moving arcade-style program that's made up of 6 sub-games. Some of these games, like Attack on Mutant Panels 2 and Psychedelia, are revised and improved versions of these great games. Others are brand new. You can play each game individually, jumping from one to the other whenever you want. The computer will automatically record where you are on each game. Alternatively, you can play all 6 games as a whole to try and achieve the 3 basic objectives. Either way, Battleits is a must for all Jeff Minter fans and action lovers everywhere. Battleits, out now from Ariolasoft. Available here on Commodore 64 disc or cassette.
Now for the last competition in this month's issue, and it's for you, Amstrad owners. If we haven't featured your computer in any of our competitions so far, then please write to us and let us know. Okay, get ready, you Amstrad owners. Here's your chance to win one of the following: Booty, Wizard's Lair, or Dunderack. Just correctly name the following games. And here's game number 1. Game 2. And finally, Game 3. Send your answers to us at Name That Game, October, Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London, W8 7AS. Don't forget, we need your name, address, type of computer owned, and order of preference of these prizes: Firebird's Booty, Bubble Bus's Wizard's Lair, or Gargoyle's Dunderack. Before we go to the next commercial break, we'd like to tell you how you could be a video DJ for the evening. The Video Cafe, London's top video spot, has generously offered the opportunity for 5 lucky winners to sit exactly where I am now and inflict an evening's worth of entertainment on the poor, unsuspecting public, aided by well over £200,000 worth of video equipment. To enter this competition, simply write to us in not more than 50 words and tell us why you think you'd be a good video disc jockey. The best 5 entries, as selected by the Video Cafe, will be the winners. 10 runners-up will also receive vouchers for a Video Cafe meal for 2. Entries to be in by the 25th of November, giving name, address and phone number if possible. And send it to Video Cafe Competition, Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London W8 7AS. If you didn't see this video all the way through, the main games featured are Starting in next month's issue, which should be here in this very shop by about the 20th of November, will be an opportunity to win an awful lot more wonderful prizes like computers, monitors, joysticks and so on. So be sure that you check us out then. For all you competition freaks, don't forget that to win one of our fabulous prizes, we must have your entries in by the 25th of November. The address to write to for all competitions is Bulletin 1000 Video, 182 Camden Hill Road, London W8 7AS. Stating clearly which competition you're entering, name, address, telephone number where appropriate, make of computer that you own, and if you want anything returned that you sent to us, then please include a stamped addressed envelope. Well, that just about winds up the first issue of Bulletin 1000 Video, which came to you from the Video Cafe here in the heart of London. Now, we want your thoughts on our first issue. For those of you who popped in halfway through the programme, and for those of you who didn't quite manage to get the answers to the competitions first time round, just ask that friendly face behind the counter to rewind the tape and play the programme back to you. For those of you who are about to leave us, we'll be back here at the same place around the 25th of November, where again we'll be showing you software highlights, news and competitions. And remember, we look forward to hearing from you. And now all that remains is for us to look at the backdrop of this fabulous Creon video wall and bid you a fond farewell. And remember, keep wiggling your joysticks.